one time frame. What is one time frame higher and what is imbalance? It's simple. So basically, you have this. Let's say, for example, basically, as a trader, as a day trader, what you do is that you get the volume profile of each specific day. On every day, you take its own specific volume profile. You start it from 0 a.m. for 24 hours. Each 24 hours has got its own value for a day trader. On every day, you generate your own 24 hours daily value. So basically, on the volume profile, this is what it shows you. The POC is missing. We get the POC. I will explain to you later what a POC is. But first of all, we need to understand what a volume profile is. So, I'm extremely confident that learning how to implement volume profiles into your trading will drastically improve your performance. So, a lot of you might be wondering, what is a volume profile? It is, for you who don't know, it is an advanced charting indicator that displays total volume traded at every price level over a user specified time period. So basically, the high, this is the high, this is the value, and this is the low. The red line is a point of control, as you can see. Point of control, referred as POC. Most of the people call it POC as a shortcut. So this is the large, the high volume node, the high volume node, which is seen over here as a colored in volume. You see, over here it has got the colors are so bright over here for the high value area. And that's called your daily value, the zone where you're looking at every day. For example, if you ask me what is the daily value of BTC USDT on the 20th of January, I would say it's this area. This is the value. This is your daily value. This was the daily value. This blue area is the daily value. The most traded area, this one. Point of control. This is the point of control. This red line over here. In the middle. If we go to a chart, this is the POC. And it works as a very strong support and resistance at the same time. This colored area, called the value area. So, this is the area that's colored in blue. These colored areas, this whole zone, this blue zone called the value area. Many people refer to it as the VA, as I've showed you recently on the candlesticks. This is the value. So on the value area, the price range in which a user specified percentage volume was traded for a session. Volume profile. Traditionalists use 70% as it close to one standard deviation from the mean. The point of control is used as the mean on a volume profile. So you guys should note this, because we will start explaining now how to tell the difference between a one time frame higher, one time frame lower, and how to tell the difference between a rotation market. Like how to tell if the market is rotating or if it's picking a specific direction, either to the upside or to the downside. So it's a 3 days process. If the last 3 days are heading to the upside, for example like this, you look at the last 3 days value. If the last 3 days have been picking a one time frame higher, like moving on a single direction, just like we are seeing over here, it means that we are forming a one time frame higher. We are picking a specific direction. Or for example, if we go like this, hold on, formed a lower low, and on the third day it has formed another lower low, it means that it's forming a one time frame lower. As you can see, this is a one time frame lower. So basically, what a one time frame low means is that once the market is forming lower lows on the last 3 days in a row. As we can see over here, we have been forming a lower low, here lower low, here another lower low, lower low. This is a one time frame lower. The market has formed a lower low for 3 days in a row. That's how we could tell. And if the market is bullish, we would see the opposite. If we were forming a one time frame higher, the movement would seem like this. We check the movement for the last 3 days. We find that the price has formed higher highs for 3 days in a row. So we could tell that this is a one time frame higher. As you can see, this was a higher high, this was another higher high, and this was another higher high. So this is a one time framing higher. We move on and finish explaining that 20% of the time the market is forming a one time frame direction. It's either moving to the upside or it's either moving to the downside. Only one of these two directions. And now we are going to talk about the thing that the market does most of the time, which is rotating. 80% of the market pattern is rotation, or we could say consolidation. And how to spot a market rotation? It's simple. You check on the last 3 days, just like I was showing you a few minutes ago. And you find that on the first day, there is a value. The second day, there is another value. It could be either on the same level, or it could be above it or below it. You see it's forming a specific direction, for example. This is the second day. You will wait for the third day to see if we are going to continue to the upside, which means that we have a one time framing higher. But if you don't see that, and you see on the third day that the market went down, we know that right here there is no direction and we are consolidating, because for 3 days we haven't picked a direction, neither to the upside or to the downside. It could also look like this. The first day, this is your value of the first day. On the second day, you will think that we are forming a specific direction. You'll be waiting for a confirmation. If the third day looked like this is a one time framing lower. But no, you see, we went back up, which means that the market is rotating. And 80% of the time, the market does this, just like we are doing right now over here. You see, this is the first day, the second day, the third day. We are moving sideways for 3 days. So we take the highest high and the lowest low of those 3 days, and it's our new balance. As you can see, for example, this rotation over here, we'll go to the highest high of those 3 days, and we go to the lowest low of those 3 days. And we form our zone of balance, where the market will keep on consolidating until we pick up another direction. We find that the market moved on a specific direction for 3 days in a row, but we are still in the balance. So we will have to wait and see if we are going back down or if we will continue going to the upside and break this balance. If we form a movement like this on Bitcoin, a specific direction to the upside, and we break above the value, we will be either expecting a continuation to the upside, or we go back down, just like we have seen on this fake out over here. On this fake out, we acted like we were about to continue and form a one time frame higher, but no, it went back down. As you can see over here, we have done the same thing. But if you get another movement to the upside instead of this one, you will confirm a specific direction.